Okay, well done and welcome back. You will have now programmed the bat, so we've finished with this object now, really. So we can just click OK there. And I can close my room down as well, so I can click the little green tick there. This will occur, this error message, if you've accidentally put some objects outside of the room. Well, if they're outside of the room, you don't even know they're there. So it says, should I remove them? Well, yes, please do. Okay, it kind of does that for me. If you've got anything else open, so I've still got my sprites open here, I can click OK. So I've got a nice fresh canvas to work on. Now the next few video tutorials are going to talk about how to program the object bool. So double click on the object bool. Now there's quite a few events that we're going to be adding on to this object. So we'll do these videos, we'll split them up into a series of different videos for each event, I think, because there's quite a lot to talk about. So the first one we're going to do is a create event. Now many of you will remember the create event is in the event of the game loading. So I'm going to add event there and create. Now what do we want to happen when the game loads? Well, if we think about the ball and what actually happens when the ball moves, when it collides with the barriers, or when you escape from the breakout itself, the actual game itself, there's lots of things to think about. So one of the things is that every time the player hits a barrier, they get a point. Okay, so they score a point. So the first thing we need to think about is, right, well, what do we need to do at the beginning when the game loads with the score? So the first thing you have to do is access the score actions, which is the score tab down here. And when the game loads, we want to set the score. So I drag the set score into there to 0. Okay, because that's where we want it to begin at the start of the game. So it stands the reason that we're going to set the score to 0. I'm going to click OK there. Now, what we also want to do is show the score. Because if we don't show the score, then you'll never even see what it is on the screen. So what I can do here is use the score caption window, drag that in here, and I can say, right, I want to show the score and the score caption. Don't show the lives, because we're not having lives in this game, and don't show the health. So that's great. So I've got show score. So we know now that that will definitely appear in our game. And then of course, also when the game loads, we want the ball to move. And if you think about the position of the ball in the room, I position mine just slightly above the bat. It doesn't really matter here necessarily where we have this, but what I would like it to do then is that when the game loads, I want the ball to start moving. So I'm going to go to my Move tab, and I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to just click on all of the down arrows. So it's going to start moving down, and I'm going to choose a speed of 8. Now of course, when you add additional levels to this game, you perhaps increase the speed of the ball to make it harder to play. So that's all the down arrows and 8, and then press OK. I'm going to leave that open, but I'm just going to run the game now to see what's happening, and what we should see is a score caption in the top left with 0 in it, and the ball should start moving down, and it does, and you can see that it just goes straight out of my game there, and we'll deal with that in the next tutorial. So have a go at adding, please, the create event, setting the score, adding the score caption, and then moving the ball in a down direction at speed of 8.